about Gary Vee. You leave Gary Vee alone. You leave me alone. You don't know nothing about Gary Vee. Tell me one thing you know about Gary Vee. Hold on, Gary. Tell me one thing you know about Gary Vee.
He's handsome. He's fucking handsome.
He said he's handsome. Now, I'm sure his wife believes that, so you go with that. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing really well. The energy is up, boy.
Yes.
You had it up. I was sitting and watching. Your energy is up.
Yes, I'm always up, man. I'm always up. Hold on, let me just do this right real quick. People, we are joined by Gary Vaynerchuk. Give it up for Gary Vaynerchuk, a good friend of mine. I love him, and will always love him for information and advice that he has given me. Welcome to the show, brother.
I appreciate it. Big shout out to Nick Dio, who's in the chat, who I just abruptly ended our important meeting with. And I said, I got to be with Scoop. And he came right over because he and all of us love you, my man. You're looking good. I like this lime.
Thank you, brother. I always wear these colors. This comes from years ago when Under Armour gave me a lime suit like this. And I always loved bright colors. And I wore it because I DJ'd. I was one of the first DJs for Under Armour. And I wore it. And everybody in the street laughed at me. They were like, oh, you look like a fool. You look like an idiot. And now it's just what people do. It's like, you got to live your own life and you got to be your own trailblazer. And sometimes when you make moves and you do things, everybody doesn't see it right away. And the perfect example, Facebook, Twitter, Venmo, Uber, you were early on that, man. Did you know that those were going to be hits? That's like the equivalent of 4 hit records in my business.
What's fun now is I've been making content for so long. So a lot of people that follow me on Instagram, I've got the receipts. I've got videos of me talking about this. It's happening right now. I told everybody 18, 24 months ago to get serious about TikTok. I begged them. I prayed for them to get serious about it. And now everybody knows. And so at this point, my profile is bigger than it was when I was doing that other stuff. So I'm sure in 3 years when I'm yelling about something new, because the best part is, I had a lot of people jump on it, and every day 4 or 5 DMs a day, I'm hearing from people that are like, yo fam, you saved me. TikTok is how I'm making my money right now, and I jumped on 6 months ago because of you. And so I love that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not 100% on TikTok because I heard the China thing. I don't know what to believe. Like, is that
Let me help you. No, it's not. Let's play it out because you're going to help a lot of people who are watching right now.
Okay.
This is how Americans work. A propaganda machine comes out and says China's doing, and then everyone's like, that's all China, TikTok bad. Right. Nobody even know, like every person that, because obviously I know a lot about this. They're like, Gary, and I'm like, okay, before I answer the question, what do you think it is? Like, Scoop, what do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You know more than me, bro.
But so everyone's like, they're stealing information. I'm like, let's talk about it. It doesn't have spyware on it. You can see that, period. It's not like an app that you download and then goes sneaking into your phone and seeing all the other shit. Number 2, TikTok, the platform, seeing what you're doing on TikTok, that's what every fucking platform is doing all the time, period. Every platform, the whole game, Google, Facebook, YouTube, Apple, all of it. Stay off the internet if you don't want people watching what the fuck you do. And then it gets the question of like, what are you putting out there? What are you putting out there?
Ass shaking. That's what I'm putting out.
So the punchline is no. I don't think it's scary because the reality is are they going to remarket to you on TikTok with ads based on the shit you're looking at? Yes, that's what you're getting everywhere else. Period. End of story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Tiana, come upstairs and get my phone.
By the way.
On TikTok.
Chris CNY, mad respect for you, Gary, but you don't know that for a fact. Yes, I do know that for a fact, Chris. I know for a fact that TikTok does not have spyware because I know how the Apple phone and the Android phone works with app downloads. Like, yes, that is a fact. And spyware is the only thing that you could worry about. And oh, by the way, that means Apple knows everything that you're doing. So get off your fucking phone.
Okay, and that's the thing. People, if you are in a serious relationship or you're a gangster, you don't need to have a phone. Otherwise, you can have a phone. There's so many questions that I want to get to. So I want to run through them quick because I don't know how long you're going to be with us. Tiana,
let's do it.
I'm Fat Man Scoop on TikTok. Just go to the app store.
Let's go, Tiana. Let's fucking go, Scoop.
We're going to dance tonight. Me and you, we're going to dance.
Real dancing. What's up, Big Brian?
No. Fat guy dancing. No. All right.
Let's go.
what is the one thing that people don't know about you? Because you can look at Gary Vee for ad infinitum on the internet, but you never see any personal information. What's the one thing that people just don't know about you, man?
This one stuns people. I struggle with being radically candor and to my employees because I feel bad. Like the way I shoot it straight here and call out dude about that. I need to do more of that as a leader inside my own company. So one of my weaknesses as a CEO is I was too around the bush, and then people are stunned when they get fired. And so like it blows people away that I lack that kind of directness that I do all day long out here. But when it's my fam, I can coddle it a little much. And so that's one thing, because that brings value. The family stuff, look, I'm private. People know I have 2 kids. People know stuff. But yeah, I'm private, and honestly, I'm trying to put out content that brings value to people. The amount of people throwing their kids into fucking content, or their +1 into content just for the fucking likes, like privacy is valuable at times. And like, you know, like I'm in a place now when I go out and, you know, like people know who I am, and like I'm trying to be valuable with that time with my kids. And I think when you show that you're not sharing your personal life, people are more respectful when you're out with your kids. I feel that. And so, there's that. I mean, I peed my bed until I was like 12. There's something a lot of people don't know. But I share a ton of shit. I definitely share my thoughts and my heart and my fucking humanity. I think the one thing I started with really stuns people, but it's something I've worked on. I've gotten a lot better. I want to get better at it. That's why I'm putting it out there, trying to get stronger.
Tiana, my daughter Tiana is like the fucking Wizard of Oz. She never wants to be seen online or anything like that.
Good for her.
She stays out the mix, and I kind of fight with that, but I understand it, and that you actually added some context to that. First question: do you miss?
By the way, Tiana. By the way, Tiana, if you're listening, she's listening.
Tiana, Gary Vee said, "Are you listening?"
Hi. Hi. T. Listen. One thing you need to know is you control what the fuck you put out. So I'm with you, and I keep my whole. I mean, there's no pictures of my family. The default picture for my wife was like is a wrong picture. People don't know anything about it. So you control your shit. So it doesn't have to be full.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Share what you want.
Excuse me, sir.
Exactly.
Leave me alone, or you're gonna get shot.
Because Scoop, on the flip side, you're so charismatic. You're such a showman. You should be and you're comfortable with it. You love people. People love you. So I love like that. I want you out there more. I want you and your beautiful face to put 4 TikToks out a day. A day.
I struggle with that, Gary, because I'm not a social media guy. I come from a place where, to me, social media is somewhat snitching on yourself, and to have to make that move.
Scoop, what the fuck are we doing right now, bro? The fuck are we doing right now, bro?
I mean, I'm not telling you where I live. I'm not telling you what I do. I'm just
who the fuck told you to do that? Dancing to a fucking 90s fucking hip hop beat. It doesn't mean that you're telling me where your fucking address is.
Listen, he can yell at me. You can't yell at me. I can beat you. I can't beat him. Let's go to the next question. Do you miss the road? Yeah.
But I'm happy as shit because I'm always a chameleon. But do I miss it? Of course. And you know me, like for some reason, I hug you. Like I love people. So like I definitely miss it. On the flip, I'm obsessed with what's going on with Zooms and Google Hangouts. I'm gonna stay in touch way heavier with acquaintances, which then will become friends, which will become better friends, best friends that will become family. Like I'm so excited about this.
And people, just again, I just want to let you know, I've known him for a long time, and I've been up on Gary for a long time, since 2009. One of my partners, Rash from Creative Content Agency, put me up on Gary, and Gary back then was fat. He's like completely reinvented himself and everything. And Rash was talking to me about you a couple of days ago, and he told me that you don't want to make as much as Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos, but you're more interested in making more impact with making entrepreneurs and business people. You want to make more millionaires. Is that your strategy for real?
Yeah, I'm about legacy. Like, listen, there's not like, I promise you, if Jeff Bezos jumped in here and it was on some lie detector shit, he doesn't need 99% of that wealth. If he kept 1%, he's good. I'm looking for a statue. I'm looking for my birthday to be a national holiday. I want to be the greatest entrepreneur of all time because I helped the most entrepreneurs, not because I made more than the others.
Okay. You had, of course, you invested in Twitter, Uber, Facebook, and Venmo, like I said. How did you get involved with investing in them, and how did you know that they were actually going to become what they became?
My number one skill, no different than Clive Davis. Like, if your ear is to the street, no different than an A&R, right? That's legit. That fucking just knows. That's what I know. Like, I know what people do. I know what people do. I was right about, I launched a wine internet site in 1996. Like, people thought the internet was a fad. Like, I just know a lot of things like that. Like, I understand what people are going to do. And then what happened was YouTube came out. And in 4 months after YouTube came out, I started a wine show on YouTube. It exploded. YouTube sells for 1.7 billion, which back then was like $1 trillion. And I realized, wait a minute, I got a bigger talent than just being good at wine selling for my pops. I know where the world's going. And I read an article. I just started Googling and reading articles about the YouTube sale. And there was a word in there called angel investor. And they're talking about some guy, Ron Conway, who made a lot of money on this deal. And I was like, angel investor? I'd never heard that. So I Googled it. And I was like, I'm going to be an angel investor. And as soon as I decided that, I said, the next time I see something, like I saw the web, like I saw email, like I saw Google search, and then the crescendo moment was YouTube. I said, the next time I see something like YouTube, I'm just going to fucking go. And that was Twitter. And I saw Twitter, and I fucking just flew to San Francisco and found those cats and like literally just built a relationship. And I got real friendly with the CTO of Twitter. He ironically got ousted, was disgruntled. And he's like, I'm going to sell my shares. And I tried to talk him out of it. But me, Fred Wilson, and Kevin Rose, the founder of dig.com, which was a beast at the time, we bought up those shares. That was my first deal. Got very friendly with Mark Zuckerberg because I was making videos, and Mark's fucking smart. And he could see behind all my facade that I was smart. Got friendly with him. And then his sister called me one night, got friendly with the family, and said, our parents want to move out to LA, out to the West Coast, and want to build a house. They're selling a bunch of their shares. I was like, I'm in. And then Uber, Travis was my guy. Actually famously passed on Uber early on. Venmo, I just fucking knew. Met Cortina. They were like 3 months old. This is 2010 on Venmo. And so, you know, I mean, I wrote the first check into Birchbox. I was early on Pinterest. Like, I got some receipts. On the flip side, I lost a ton of money on Yobongo because I thought it was going to be Tinder 5 years too early. I've made plenty of misbets along the way. But now I'm less passionate about investing because I don't get to control it. I don't like being passive. Now I'm just fucking focused on building the Vayner Media machine.
And we're going to talk about that in a second. People, this portion of the Fat Man Scoop Show is brought to you by IK Multimedia, which has the iStream. And people, if you want to broadcast on Instagram, you want to play your music, you want to do a podcast, you must have the IK Multimedia iStream. You can get it at ikmultimedia.com. Of course, we're here with Gary Vaynerchuk. And you know, you've been saying for the last couple of years, that when a recession comes, you'll take the opportunity to buy poorly managed companies for cheap and build them up. Well, it's here now. It's here. So have you been looking at companies?
Not yet, because first,
are you looking at companies, or are you just concerned with coronavirus?
I'm concerned about coronavirus because I'm worried about people's health. From a business standpoint, I'm not worried about coronavirus at all. We haven't gotten to a place yet where things are obvious enough. We're just starting to see J. Crew goes bankrupt. We're just starting to see things. So we're still a little early for the strike moment. And I first had this Corona thing, like I thought people that were just being stupid would crash and 80 and 70% of us would be okay. We all got fucked with this. Vayner speakers, my speaking bureau, gone to zero. My speaking career, I lost hefty 7 figures this year, zero. So like I couldn't anticipate that shit. That should have been funding some of my shit. So I had to settle, it's kind of like and I'm like, okay, first you got to take that punch. I'm in round one. Like we're in round one on Corona. I had to feel the heat, and I'm like, yo, this fucking thing can punch. So I'm like first like stabilizing my shit. Now I'm gonna break it fucking down, round by round, and come the 7th, 8th, 9th round, I'm gonna go and make my.
The Jets are poorly run. You still want the Jets? Do you think that business is still worth it with a lot of people? Because look, just like you, I'm broke down. I'm broke down. I went from K's
busy
to zero.
Yep. Yeah, listen, the Jets are always the target. I'm going to buy the New York Jets. That's a wrap. It's been written. Yeah, man, listen, we're all going through it. But then like all that stuff happening, like I think about like there's certain businesses that are thriving. My dad's wine business on fire. People drinking wine like it's the cure right now. On the flip side, there's businesses that are crushed, but then you just put things in perspective. Like, man, a lot of people lost their lives. But then on the flip side, I try to, because I'm an optimist, Scoop, if Corona happened 90 days earlier, Kobe'd be alive.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, man.
Nothing I can even say to that, man.
If Corona happened last year instead of this year, Nipsey'd be alive.
That's crazy.
You know, so yeah, I'm getting I can't, you know, zoom in. I'm getting goosebumps. You know what else I get goosebumps about? Do you know how many people die in traffic accidents every day in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Those numbers are going to zero. So like, I look at other angles of this. Of course, there's a lot of bad, but there's a lot of people's lives who've been saved, and so there's a lot of things I've been thinking about. A lot of things you've been thinking about. You know, like it's just crazy to think about that stuff.
Okay. We're all scared right now, because I can even say that I'm scared, somewhat confused, because I've never dealt with anything of this magnitude within my lifetime. This makes 9/11 look like an after school.
Yeah.
The only thing that could be worse would be aliens coming down now saying, "Listen, I'm here. I want your house." But
World War would be fucked up, and that's realistic.
War. Yeah. Now, so we're all scared right now. You did a video about conquering your fears. Walk us through it. Walk us through that right now, and just walk us through that right now.
I think it's about humility and fucking just getting to a zero place. Like if every single person was just like, yo, if you were like, Tiana's good, I'm good, health, right, then who gives a fuck? That's it. You're no longer scared. What are you scared about? Downsizing your house? Like, okay. Like you said earlier when I was watching, you want to be in the streets of Jersey, but if you had to be in the streets of somewhere else, you would. Because you fucking know that taste. This is why us at zero always win, because we don't want to be back, but we know how to live it. Right. And so I think conquering the fears of this moment is real simple. Health, who gives a fuck about it? Do I want to give up my BMW? Do I want to give up my house? No, people don't want to. Do people want to give up their Toyota to go on the fucking bus now to go to work? No, people don't want to, but you can. And if you put it just in the perspective of, would you rather keep the Toyota or the house or the Lexus, but your mom died? You wouldn't make that trade. So fuck the money.
Okay, so then what do you say to people that would say, well, Gary, man, you got a house, you good. You don't have the rent guy saying, where's the rent? You don't worry about the insurance being $435, because where I live, they still asking you for the rent. They're not saying, listen, we're going to forego it. They saying, listen, we'll make a payment plan or something, or you need to come up with that now. What do you say to those people that don't have the money you have, that are dealing with legitimate fears in their soul, man?
Because I just said, fuck the money. Like I really talked about it. Like it's real. Like that's just real life. Like money has never been a mapper to happiness. Scoop, you know a ton of fucking millionaires. Yes, you know a ton of those fuckers, and you know a lot of them are unhappy as fuck deep down. Broken fucking souls. Sad. Dying inside. Like jewelry and a house and a TV isn't going to fucking cover that fucking unhappiness. So what I would say to them is like, that sucks. First I would say, what did you do to put yourself there? Did you buy dumb shit? Remember when I was making videos 3 years ago telling you not to buy those Supremes? You could have saved that money. You could have. I go into accountability and perspective, period. Where do I go? I'm like, yeah, that sucks. And like, let's figure out how we can pay that rent, and let me help you if I can. Here's the idea. But if you were buying dumb shit, like, then you're in a tough spot. Like, this is the consequences. And if you weren't, and you were just had so many things that went against you to be in a spot where you're in that tough spot, I just go back still to fucking, if it's not death, you got to put in perspective.
You're right, because there's no way you can pay bills if you're in a coffin, and I respect that. There are millions of people out of work now. Unemployment is at Great Depression numbers. Some jobs will never come back. There are people out here that for people like I just want to make it simple. Some jobs will never come back. Yes. In my line of work, some rappers, some performers will never come back. I'm going to make sure I come back, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm going to bust my ass to make sure I come back. For people out here that have no plan to make it, what would your advice be for a plan of action for them?
I think you got to lean into the thing you fucking love, because hard work matters. And the only way you're going to work those 13 hours a day when you're just fucking at zero is doing shit you love. I believe in that shit. Otherwise, you're just going to fucking be in that lazy zone. I suck at a lot of things. I know what that feels like. I'm not a handy person. I didn't put in the work. I don't like it. I'm zero. I sucked at school. I didn't like that system. There's only one option in that maneuver. It's like, if you love music, if you love sport, if you like fashion, like, you got to go real narrow and be real fucking patient. My big thing is, like, you could say anything you want to me. Here's the problem. Everybody's crying about their own problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you've gotta focus on you, and you gotta focus on what you can do about you. Every single person that complains to me about not having money, that's on a live stream with me, I literally am looking at the back of their house. I'm like, sell that fucking couch that you don't like. Sell that t-shirt. You know how much money is in America? Our poor compared to the rest of the world. People have perspective. I'm on the fucking board of I am a Pencil Promise on Charity Water. Do you understand what's going on in Africa? Do you understand how many people don't have clean water? Do you know how many women are fucking carrying a fucking jug on their head walking 9 miles? Not some fucking old shit African movies that you watch on PBS. Fucking right this minute. People lost perspective. Americans have to fucking roll up and look at their perspective. Mm-hmm. Like fuck, man. Like, I get it, but then, like, fucking do something. The amount of people complaining about not having money and have unlimited fucking clothes in their closet right now that they don't fucking wear, fucking flip that shit. Sell it on fucking Facebook Marketplace. Listen, everybody's crying about their own shit. That's just the way the world is. And so, people, I believe. Sorry, I'm getting fucked up right now because I gotta bounce. Guy, I gotta bounce. I apologize. Love you.
All right. We'll talk later, bro. We'll talk later. Nothing that I want to add to what he just said. Listen, people, if you don't tune into us on a regular basis, I do this every night at 7 p.m. You can come here. We have celebrity interviews. This week we have DMX. We have Amber Rose tomorrow. Possibly DMX on Sunday. Next week, we have Havoc from Mobb Deep. He's going to be in doing Music Mondays. Tuesday, we're going to have Mariah Lynn from Love and Hip Hop. Thursday, Maya. Wednesday, the Central Park 5. And Omar, who used to play on The Wire as well as Boardwalk Empire. And he was the father on When They See Us, the Netflix series. I want to say something to all of you guys about what he just said. This is very important. You better learn to do what you got to do. Every day, I work about 10 hours on this particular broadcast. I get up in the morning, I edit the videos, along with I Am KBJ, we do a bunch of different stuff before I get here at 7 p.m. Just so you know, I worked from 7 p.m. this morning till about 6.5 minutes before I got on this broadcast. I sat at a table right across from there, and I did what I had to do. I'm going to work my ass off until I take this and make this something that people will watch every day, or get a deal with someone in order to get this broadcast on a stream or a content service or whatever. You have to continue to work. If you don't work, it will not work for you, period. That man's internet just ran all over the place. But what he was saying was so true. And what that is if you don't hustle, you're not going to get nothing. With that being said, we're going to hop real quick to the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. And like I said, every night, 7 p.m., celebrity interviews, news, opinion, and more. I know a lot of y'all want to talk about the Tekashi 6ix9ine thing, so if you want to talk about the Tekashi 6ix9ine live, all you got to do is hop on my Instagram right now. If you wanted to be on with Gary Vee, you can hop off. Those who want to still stay on, y'all can still stay on and rock with me. And we're going to talk about the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation and whether or not you think that him being able to be out of jail, make records, and have a good living after sniffing, maybe he is sniffing coke, but after snitching is actually justified. Hold on, let me see. Let's see here. Let's see who's in here. see if somebody hops in here. So with that being said, my personal opinion, and it will always be my personal opinion, is that if you're gonna be a tough guy, you gotta take the brunt of what it is to be a tough guy. Bottom line. Hold on one second. I'm gonna hop to all of y'all now. I got y'all. I'm just waiting for y'all to come in. Bernard Richards says snitches get stitches. Deborah Gerda, I said sniffing. It's actually snitching. Hi, how are you? How are you feeling?
Good evening, Grandma. Fat Man Scoop. How are you?
How are you? Do you have anything to add to what we're saying
We're
right now?
matching colours, Fat Man Scoop.
No. I don't want to see your titties. I don't want to see your titties. I want to know what you think about the
I'm not showing you my titties. I'm saying we've got matching colours.
Girl, this is bright yellow. That is like pitch green. Like that's not. Is there anything that you want to say? Is there anything you want to add? I'll let you go, girl. So what I'm saying is, I don't know how people feel about it, but I'm kind of feeling some kind of the way about it. I don't know if I would want to interview Tekashi like that, but
that was funny just now, just watching that. But it's crazy that we got matching shit on too. Look like, but whatever. Yeah, but the thing, I don't know how to feel about it. Just whatever. I'm an adult. I guess the kid's the kid. I grew up from the Bronx, like you said now, snitching and stitching. If you live a certain lifestyle, you know, a lot of people don't know the lifestyle they really live in. You can protest to that. So he don't know his consequences, but now he knows. But a lot of people should see in the world that the shit is changing. It's a different world out here now. Clearly.
yes.
Clearly. I didn't even know he was out. I didn't know he went on live. My buddy just told me. And I just literally checked it out. That's how I end up here. I literally was going on, let me see who's talking about this shit. And Fat Man Scoop talking about this shit.
Well, here's my thing about it, bro. He was mixing it up with real gangsters and doing real gangster shit. When you put a hit on somebody, that's some different shit. That ain't you trying to rap tough.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm from the Bronx. And I'm from Highbridge. Really from Highbridge. I know everybody that need to be known. I told niggas, like, niggas fuck my bitch, rob me, kill me, all this. I'm trying to do that shit. Don't think I'm gonna have that for you. I'm not. You feel me? I'm official, 100% official. But then when you talk about you catching hits on niggas and doing shit like that, you can't do that. It's different when you affiliate with niggas and, you know, like, I'm affiliated with people because I'm around. You feel me?
Right.
But I ain't telling niggas do this and do that. You ain't gonna do nothing that if I got this much into it, it's over. I can't put somebody inside.
Listen.
But if niggas is trying to 100%, if I don't got nothing into it and niggas is doing nasty shit to me, these young kids out here, I don't want nobody to preach that shit. That's stupid. Don't preach that shit, don't hold that down. If you did nothing and niggas is doing this to you, nasty business to you, and you say this man did it, yo, you not a snitch, nigga. You a smart person.
Yeah,
don't
but
let nobody drag you down. You got nothing in it.
I'm going to say something, and I'm going to leave you on that note. Thank you for your comment, brother. I appreciate that. I am conflicted with that because I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a killer. I'm not a gangster. But I'm just afraid that if we make it okay for somebody to do all kinds of stuff and then get away and walk away from it, what does it send? What message does it send to the other kids who are not going to get treated like that? They're going to do that, and they're going to get 48 years. As opposed to somebody that has a little bit of notoriety and a little bit of power being able to get off a little bit easier. Well, let me go to a couple of more people to see what people are talking about. So, like I said, every night we do this on Instagram Live, 7 p.m. You can be a part of it. Come join. If you haven't followed me yet, follow me at Instagram Live. How are you doing?
I am good in you, and I agree with you 10,000%. Okay? 10,000%. Because the way this nigga getting away with that shit is not acceptable. Okay, you don't sit here and snitch on niggas when you're supposed to be this you know what I'm saying? And people praising this nigga, okay, praising, like, if this nigga is Jesus, like, well, you know what I don't understand about people is, like, people praise this nigga, like, are you gonna get something from it? Like, well, you think this nigga's gonna give you money?
Yeah, but hold on, I'm gonna say something. I thank you for your comment. We're gonna get back. I just want to say this, people, listen. I don't have anything against Tekashi 6ix9ine. I was actually told you should interview him. I just don't understand. I feel like morally, what will I say? Now, if I was able to ask him all the real questions, I would ask him, and I would I get on with my interview. But I don't know if it's giving the right message. And guess what? I'm not Funkmaster Flex. I'm not whatever person that it is. So he's not looking to be interviewed by me anyway. But I do respect some of what he said. Like he said, listen, I did it because I felt they were doing me wrong, this, that, and the other. And if that's the way he feels and that's his take on it, you can't be mad at him because that's how he felt. Now, I'll be honest with you. If my friend was having sex with my girlfriend and if dudes was trying to beat me up and all that, I probably would turn on them. But I also didn't take a code to the street. And the code of the street is you don't talk. But now, because of everything, this is just going to make it easier for the police, basically. Because now somebody at the top of the game has now made it absolutely easy to just snitch and still be accepted, and it's all good. Me personally, I don't care because I'm a civilian. I'm not planning on doing no crime unless this shit gets so crazy out here that I actually have to go and do it. But God willing, dear Lord Jesus, please do not put us in a situation where I got to go out here and do some dumb shit. God, do not put me in that situation because I don't want to have to do nothing wild. In Jesus' name, amen. What's your name? Where you from?
Amen. I'm Cassandra. I'm from Missouri. How you doing?
All right, talk to me. Give me your point of view.
Okay, so I'm a middle millennial.
Right.
And I feel like Tekashi is younger, and there's this I don't know, there's this social media fad that you just do what looks cool, do what gets you money, do what gets you likes, do what gets you fame and notoriety. And I think you're absolutely right that as older people, we have to let young folks know that's not reality. It's not real. And for Black people without money, that's not how it goes.
You're 100% right. I thank you and I appreciate that comment. I'm gonna get back to you in a while. Somebody asked, hold on, what did somebody say? Somebody asked me, am I single? How many girls are in my DMs? Let me explain something to you about my DMs. My DMs are different than anybody's DMs. Everybody talking, yo, can I get a remix? Can you say Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn Clan? I haven't had somebody offer me any pussy in a DM in years. If somebody said, listen, I was willing to give you ass on a DM, I probably wouldn't know what to do with. I'd probably show all of y'all. I'd be like, look what happened. Somebody offered me some ass. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. I am not some handsome dude that women just throw themselves on me. More than anything, people DM me about dancing. They DM me about remixes. They DM me about how they gonna get their record on the radio. Nobody in a long time has said, listen, hey, I'm just DMing you because I want to fuck you to death. And listen, not saying that I want that. I just don't get those kind of requests. Now, listen, if I was 200 pounds and I had a face like Idris Elba, that would be different. But now I'm fat and I don't have that face, so I have to deal with what I have. Hold on, let's get back to somebody else. We'll take more of your calls. Again, if you're just getting into this show, you need to come and watch it from the beginning at 7 p.m. where we do news, we do current events, we talk opinions, stuff like this. And, of course, we have interviews like Gary Vaynerchuk. And I bring the people in because the people are very important. I got to talk to you. How you doing, sir?
Hey, peace, man. I'm good, man. Yeah, about the brother Tekashi, man, thing about that, for me, he was never a street guy to begin with. So for individuals to look at him and like, why did he do that? Why is it? Like, when I saw that first video, I said, okay, who got paid to come out there behind this guy, whatever. And obviously, it's all about money. It's unfortunate that the brothers in my community, they got caught up in that. And now they're gonna be in prison. For what? And this kid and his fans, Fat Man Scoop, the fans of Tekashi 6ix9ine don't follow street codes, right? The stupid black misery that they sell, it's entertainment. Why the guy gonna come out and put out music and everybody gonna buy into it? But guess who does it? It's the fans. It's not the people from the streets. Because he tried to go to the Crips earlier, and I heard they rejected him, and he went and did what he did. But I'm just saying that that dude is not a street guy. And for everyone, it's fine what he did. I'm not saying what he did was right, but it's almost comedy for cats to even believe.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You have a situation where a guy who wasn't a street guy was running around like a street guy, and then when it came time for street shit, you didn't act like a street dude. So now you come back out on the street, and now everybody's embracing you, and now it's all good. But here's the thing: I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm a journalist, so if Tekashi come to me, I'd be like, look, all right, I'm gonna do the interview. But I would tell him, I'd be like, listen, you have to say something to the kids that thought that what you did was all right. Because guess what? Guess what? Your actions, little man, are gonna put people in a situation where you got 6 months, but somebody else doing that same shit is gonna get 68 years, and they ain't never coming home, and they can't make hit records, and they don't have $1 million, and they can't get 5.7 million views in fucking 26 minutes. That's not reality. You are blessed by God. You are blessed by Jesus. That's not happening for everybody else. So that's what if I got a chance to talk to him, that's what I would say. Thank you for your comment, brother. I love it. I'm gonna go back to the phones. And again, if you want to be a part of this live, all you gotta do is opt out and request to be in my live, and I'll bring you right on. Because I think what people are saying makes a lot of fucking sense here. And again, you need to be here at 7 p.m. where you really see what we do. We talk news, we talk opinion, we cover every and anything. And of course, we have interviews like Gary Vaynerchuk every night at 7 p.m. Listen, I don't know what's going on in your closet, but maybe like Gary Vee said, you got to sell some of that. Now, come on in here, man.
Sorry, bro. I was getting my other shit. My fault. What's going on, fat man? So look, this is what I do. This is my style. This is like
no. Walk me, sir. I have on yellow too, but walk me through that hat, man. What the fuck is going on with that hat, sir?
Zulu Nation, baby. Zulu Nation. What you know about Zulu Nation?
Okay, you said Zulu Nation. I'm gonna take it because I fuck with Zulu Nation. What's your name and what you want to talk about, bro? Give it to me.
302, baby, man. I sing. I just want all your followers, bro. I heard you on mixtapes and shit, whatever, since I was a young boy.
All right, so listen, sir. Give me something. You got 1 minute to give me something.
Time.
I didn't even count a minute yet, sir. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Give it to me.
These them times. These them times. Sit back and rewind. Have a good time. Said these them times, oh girl. These them times. Sit back and rewind. Still too, baby, you know the flow is there.
Okay, that's good. Listen, send me a DM at Fat Man Scoop. Send me a DM at Fat Man Scoop. I'll hit you back. We'll talk. I like what you do, bro. I like what you do. The hat, not so much, but at the same time, look at the fucking hat I got on. Who am I that's like somebody living in a glass house throwing fucking stones. I can't throw stones at nobody. I'd be an asshole to throw stones. Let's see here. Yeah, he's actually pretty good. People, we're going to get back to the phones and talk to you. Let's see. Now, E Forever, he was good. Listen, Chino, he needs work, but we can work with him. How are you doing, sir?
What you doing? How you doing?
I'm sitting here doing an Instagram Live. What you doing?
Hey, bro, I can spit for you real quick?
Fuck it. I usually have a night where I do all the talent, but if you want to give it to me.
Oh, no, it's good. Let's chop it up.
You got 1 minute. Here we go. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I'm putting on beat. Let's get it.
Hold on. Let me just tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something.
What's up?
This is how we're gonna do it because you guys are new to this. So I'm gonna every third night we do Show Your Talent where we let people rap and sing and do whatever they want to do. This is how it works. When I go like this, that means stop. People, if you like them, you put a thumbs up. If you don't like them, you put a trash can emoji, a toilet bowl emoji, or a emoji. You got 1 minute, brother. 1, 2, 3. Get it.
All right. All right. All right. Yeah. This, that, why you do me wrong shit on my way to hell and I'm smoking on the lawn spliff. Bet I see you there. Girl, you saw the bomb, but your soul hurt. I feel you there, but you still alive. Go outside so you can feel the air. You don't want to drive, put your feet up. Let me stay on the road to riches. Got the mindset of a millionaire. You could be my rock, probably. Finally move up out the city, leave the block, sorry. Finally find a peace of mind, cause we really are key. Finally leave it all behind, cause we really are we. And you could come out drive with a fucking army, but in that point in time, oh fuck. I fucked up.
Okay, bro. Let me just stop you real quick. You spent 15 seconds going, yeah. All right, come on, word. Let's go. So I'm gonna give you an extra 15 seconds to do your thing. Go ahead, give it to me. You got 15 seconds because you spent 15 seconds saying, all right, let's go, yo.
Fuck it, we going acapella with it, all right?
Good.
I miss the old days, breaking bread off from snow days when my Tim's had that froze lace. Niggas hating and throw shade. Probably thought I would go away. Fork in the road, said fuck a road, I made my own way. Was on my ass, I give you that stuck in my old ways. You call me trash, you head ass, I ain't no throwaway. Boy, that's some cold shit. You left me in the cold rain. But she a man eater. Love her to death before I ever mistreated her. Beat her before these rats, she was my Venus, I was a Serena. Tables turn, bridges burn, but who really need them? There's different levels to this shit, bet y'all can never beat them.
All right, DJ@fatmanscoop.com, send me a message. DJ@fatmanscoop.com, send me a message.
I appreciate it.
DJ@fatmanscoop, send me a message. All right, people, listen. Some of y'all are new. There's people in here who are new. Every second or third night I do Show Your Talent, where people get to rap, they get to sing, they get to do whatever talent that they choose, and we sit here. You can put up, if you like them, you put up a thumbs up sign. If you don't like them, you put up a shit emoji, toilet emoji, garbage can emoji, or broom emoji, either one. Byron Booker, how are you, sir? Hold on, let's see. Think about the audience. Hold on, let's see here now. So let's see what Byron Booker's talking about. Let's see what Byron Booker's talking about. Friday, it is Friday. We could do Show Your Talent, but I didn't expect to do that because today is Gary Vaynerchuk, so I didn't expect to do that. Byron Booker is not picking up. We're waiting for him, but he's not picking up. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Cancel that. So we're gonna. I don't want. I usually put that thing on my face. Hold on, let me get this off of here. I usually put that thing on my face, and then Tiana gotta come up here and fix that. So Kenyan 2K, just hop in and we can talk about 6ix9ine. We can get it done. All right. So let's see. Anybody else on here? Hi. How are you feeling? What's your name?
Hi, Fat Man Scoop. I'm Jessica from Australia, and I just picked up your live stream. It's morning over here, and I saw Gary Vee. And I followed Gary Vee, and now I follow you because what you said was insightful. For me, it's quite inspiring to see that even yourself, an established artist, is still hustling, is still trying. And also that you're a man of God and you put God, everything that we have is, we're blessed. Right now in Australia, I've been stood down from work. I'm also a wedding MC, which is very different, as there aren't many female MCs out there. And I love what I do. And obviously with weddings, with social distancing, there's restrictions. We can no longer have 400, 300 people weddings. And as a result, we've had to pivot. And I just want to share with yourself, as I know you're a very entrepreneurial man, I'm starting a children's read aloud book. And as you can hear from my voice, it's Australian, it's female, and it's something that I want to put out because God's given a gift to each one of us. And I feel like my voice, even though it's not in weddings at the moment, it will be again. It will be done through YouTube, through children's books. It's called Joyful Soul Storytime. And I just want to say thank you because it's not very often that you see somebody speak clearly about God, be open about it, because sometimes we're a bit of a shielded society, even here in Australia too. So what do you think? What can I do to improve, or do you think it's a great idea? Because I love it. I feel like God has given me this opportunity, given us every opportunity. What do you think?
First things first, I think you first of all, you could go apply to be the Australian Siri. So that you got that. You can fucking be the Australian Siri, no problem. You fucking do your voice, and that's it. And I asked where do you get clothes from? You get clothes from here in Melbourne. You can do that shit all day. But one thing that I want to say to everybody on here, you don't have a job now. If you're out here and you have a job, then you're blessed by God. If you don't have a job, you need to take this time to try to think about what the next move is and how to create the next business. So I'm going to tell everybody in here my game plan. The day that I came home from England, it was my last show. They cut the tour short. When I came home, I got very tense. The first couple of days were like, yo, it's just like a couple of days, ain't no big deal. You know, I'll be back on the road soon. But then when I realized that I was not going back on the road for a while, it started to sink in. And for a couple of days there, I couldn't get out the bed, okay? I literally couldn't get out the bed because I'm a man who has no money, no nothing, no way to make money because my life is based on the road. I make a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie, I make a decent amount of money, more than your average rapper, okay? But it went from thousands of dollars a month to zero. So I said to myself, okay, it's not like just Fat Man Scoop got fired, the whole world got fired. So they can't just ride down on me and be like, yo, fuck that, you gotta pay because everybody's messed up. So I said, okay, what's my next move? The little bills that I could pay to make sure that I could pay them and they'd be good, I took care of those for a couple of months. I said, okay, now what's my next plan? I said, I've been wanting to do radio and be back on the radio every day for years. I said, well, how can I make that happen? What is my vehicle to make that happen? I looked at Instagram and I said, okay, Instagram Live is it. I got 85,000 followers. I said, fuck that. I went and started doing radio every day and I got Gary Vee on here. I got Amber Rose tomorrow.
That's the thing,
I'm doing my thing.
That's your talent. And do you think without coronavirus, I mean, I know what Gary said about Kobe Bryant before, that was quite, but everything, it's in God's will. God is sovereign. And without this is an opportunity for you to get back into radio, for us to pivot, for us to do something else, because God has something in store. And, you know, like somebody was saying in your comments before, we can pray. And this opportunity, I would never have even known that you did this. And now that I've heard, you know, through Gary Vee, through you, you do this. I can't wait to see what you do. And of course, you have the voice for radio and your daughter sounds lovely. It's just, can you believe that God put us here together?
Yes, listen, I want to tell you something so you understand before I get you on out of here. Just know that there is a level of ignorance to this show. It's not always God, but I try, you know, I keep God in it, but it does get ignorant sometimes. I thank you for your call, and I love you, and I'm gonna get back to you in a minute. I do keep God in my life. I don't care what nobody says. I'm God. I accept Jesus Christ as my Savior. It is what it is. In Jesus' name, amen. And for those who speak Spanish, en el nombre de Jesucristo. So let's see here. Let's hop into, let me see who else I can take here. So my thing is this. Yeah, Kendall, it's the truth. You haven't even seen anything funny. Like when we really winding this up and getting this going, it gets fucking hilarious in here. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, come and join us with Amber Rose. She'll be on here. And listen, Amber Rose has a big tattoo on her head, and yes, I have to talk about that. I'm going to ask her about that. What's happening, fam? It looks like you got a checkerboard on your wall, man.
Yeah, man, just trying to win, man. Just trying to win. But I want to talk about the 6ix9ine situation.
I got that. That's why you got it up there. You trying to win?
Absolutely.
Fuck it, I'll take it. Go, give me what you got.
I want to talk about the 6ix9ine situation because I've seen a lot of people talk about how they're shocked that everybody's behind this man, all the kids, but in reality, it's just not reality, if you know what I'm saying.
Hold on, stop, sir. Stop. I just got my first marriage proposal. Will you marry me? First of all, let me explain something. I don't know nothing about you. I don't know anything about you. I can't judge whether I'm going to marry you off a picture because the picture, you might have a fat ass, but then you might smell. But then you might have a fat ass, but then you fucking might be batshit crazy. You might have a great shape, but I don't know nothing about you. When you talk, you might fucking talk about something I don't want to hear. So I got to at least meet you and try to figure out if I'm going to marry you. Everybody wants to talk first and fuck later. That's why when you fuck somebody and you find out that they got diabetes, one eye and half a leg, and you say, well, what happened? You didn't fucking go and check them out. Now keep talking, sir. No, that woman doesn't smell because I know her. She's cool. She's just talking crazy. Right. Tell me what you feel, sir.
No, I just feel like this whole 6ix9ine situation, people are really shocked that, like, people behind this man saying, like, oh, you a snitch too, you a snitch too. All right, cool, but he living by a code that he don't really live by, you know what I mean? Like, people talking about he's a street dude, but he really not. It's really just internet stuff. And I feel like it's just opening our eyes to that, if you know what I'm saying. Because I feel like more artists in the future are going to be behind this type of show out first and then clean up later, if you know what that means.
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to make this very simple for you. The feds have already put down, they have laid down the gauntlet. And here's what what it is. If y'all do something stupid and y'all don't go ahead and make your records and mind your business, we gonna throw so much time at you, it's gonna make your mother have to do some of this fucking time. So Tekashi got off easy because he's the first example. Now y'all know what we're gonna do if y'all act up, and if you fucking act up, we're gonna throw numbers at you that you ain't never seen. Like numbers like 68, football numbers, 71, fucking 92. You're gonna start getting fucking area codes, 917, 973. Listen, let me explain something to you, okay? And when the feds give you time, they don't give it to you in fucking years. They say, listen, it's 197 months. You go divide that by 12 and you figure it out in your fucking cell. And that's how it happens. So for me, I agree with you 100%. I stand with you. And listen, I don't know if I'll interview Tekashi 6ix9ine, but I know if I do, I will tell him that he needs to talk to the kids, man, because the youth cannot 100%. Think that this is all right. I thank you, brother. I'm going to hit you back later. I appreciate the love. So with that being said, look, Seven the Sage, you will get football numbers, sir. The lineman numbers, 92, 96, 99, okay? Do you know what? Listen, I have people in my life that I grew up with. This man got 1,137 months, okay? So now when he told me that he got 1,137 months on the phone, I said, wait up, hold on. And I went and got my phone just like I got it now. And I said, wait up, hold on. 1137, hold on, I said 1137 divided by 12. And that's fucking 103 years, okay? And I said, wait up. I said, hold on. You got 103 years? He said, yes, I got 103 years. And he was saying that shit to me, like, go ahead and add that number up. I said, sir, don't you ever call this line again. Don't you ever call this line again. I love you. I will just tell me where to send commissary, but don't you ever call this line again. Because if you got 103 years, that means the feds are all over your fucking back, bro. Sorry, sir. Leave me the fuck alone. Yes, yeah, Kendall, he got a century, and then they gave him 3 more years after that. So listen, take that century, and then you fucking take 3 more years on after that. You know, and that shit is not the thing. I will keep going to your calls. Usually I'm not on this late, but I will continue to keep your calls because you guys are on here with me. We'll ride out, and don't forget, every single day, 7 p.m., we have celebrity interviews like we did with Gary Vee. We talk news, we talk opinion, current events, everything. Bro, I need to see your face. Bring it down a little bit, bro. I need to see your face. I just don't have time for people's shit, man. I want to talk to the man. What's happening, man? How you feeling? What's your name and where you from?
I'm controversy. I'm from the Bronx. So
give it to me, man. What do you have for me?
I have a song called Wind Your Waist.
What?
I have a song called Wind Your Waist. It's a dancehall track.
Come on with it. Give it to me. You got 1 minute. Give it to me, sir. Turn it up a little bit more. Turn it up a little bit more, sir.
Clear, clear. Someone not like that. We talk together, dance together. Yeah, man. Yeah, watch this. Hey, yeah. Come wind up your waist for me. I love how you wind up your waist for me. The way your body look nice and clean. We have to make sure send me weight not train. Come wind up your waist for me. I love how you wind up your waist for me. The way your body look nice and clean. We have to make sure. The first time they give me the wickedest wine, you're looking at me face, skin your teeth and smile. Pull up your skirt and grab my mine and tell me say we have to combine. Me have to take time.
Oh, stop, sir. Stop, sir. Stop, sir.
Oh.
Did you just tell that woman to pull up her dress?
Yeah, you feel me?
Now, sir, that could be taken as sexual harassment, or that could be taken as a good fucking time. I don't know which one it is.
A good time.
Woman, you know, it is what it is, sir. Fuck it, it is what it is. All right, give everybody your Instagram, brother. Give everybody your Instagram and so you can hear some more of that.
Controversy, you can add me on every platform. It's KONTRAVASY. Controversy.
Now, I spell that again. Spell that again, sir.
KONTRAVASY.
Right, you spelling it different. I'm not gonna say what you spelling it the way you want to spell it. Thank you, brother. You know I love you. That was a hot record. I like that right there. Good island vibe right there. I fuck with that. So listen, let me keep going right there. Because people spell their names different ways and they do what they want to do, but I like that song. It was good. So let's see here. It's at the top left corner. Yes, controversy. Controversy. This is what the man's name. Face down, ass up. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good today. And yourself?
What would you like to add to this show, sir? Give it to me.
I want to sing for you. I have Music Soul Child, Just Friends. I want to sing.
Okay, so let's start here, bro. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Derek. I go by The Daily Dose. I'm from Pomona, California.
Bro, this is what I'm talking about.
And they're from all over the world.
Google always jumps in the middle of my fucking conversations, man. I can never even keep this phone on. And I talk about something. Last time I said, what kind of ass you want? Google is always fucking listening. Go on, bro. Give me what you want, bro.
All right. Girl, I know this might seem strange, but let me know if I'm out of order for stepping to you this way. See, I've been watching you for a while, and I just gotta let you know that I'm really feeling your style, 'cause I know you know your name, and leave you with my number, and I hope that you will call me someday. If you want, you can give me yours too, and if you don't, well, I ain't mad at you. We could still be cool, 'cause I'm not trying to pressure you.
I can't get into the verse now, and I done gave you a lot of that. What's your name? Give me your Instagram, bro.
My Instagram is The Daily Dose, which is TheeDailydose.
There you go, brother. Thank you very much. You know I love
Thank
it.
you.
I liked it. It was good. So listen, because of Gary Vee, there's so many different people in here. Some show your talent, some of this, some of that. There's so many fucking people in here. I don't know what's going on. And I'm just taking fucking calls. Whatever y'all want to talk about, you fucking talk about. That's it. We just do what we got to do. And that's it. I don't, at this point, it's such a mix of people. People talking about Jesus, talking 6ix9ine. People want to sing. And somebody talking about lifting up skirts and showing pussy and everything. What's happening, Playboy?
What's going on, pimp?
Light skin excellence. Go on and tell me what's your name and what you want to talk about, sir.
Name's Kenyon. I'm from Texas. Well, a couple things. One, definitely respect the hustle. Definitely on. I actually got on because I follow Gary Vee and I seen that he was on, and I just stayed on because you was talking about real stuff. You know, when I started following Gary Vee, I was just because I'm a personal trainer and I started getting into acting now and stuff like that. But even with acting, like you hustle, bro. Like none of this shit comes easy. Really, with anything that you want to do, you have to hustle. Like nothing's. Like even when you have a manager, even if you have an agent, like you have to get that shit yourself. It's all about connections and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing I was gonna talk about 6ix9ine, like all that. Everybody's like, oh well, he was a street dude. He got to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? It's laws. I'm like, I'm from the hood. Yes, rules to this shit, but at the same time, they gotta follow the rules too. Like, if you don't, so how it look like if these are my dudes and then they shoot my mama, well, you know, you still gotta
Okay.
say that you had the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hold on now. I agree with you 100%.
Hold on.
But it's when you sign on the dotted line to live that life, you have to understand that life.
I feel that. Again, that's what I'm saying. You definitely right. If we're all on the same page, because here's the thing, 6ix9ine is really not like that. He's amongst some of the new rappers that really are just trolls. He's really not a thug like that. Like, they've admitted, yo, and it works. Like, they troll so that they can get, like, some type of attention, and then now they're on. But nah, if you sign on the dotted line, everybody else is also signing on that dotted line.
There you go,
not
bro.
Just him. So if me and you decide, all right, we're going to be thugs, we're going to do this for life, bet I'm going to follow the rules, so are you.
Yeah, but listen, these dudes in that particular gang, they was on Savage Life, so they didn't, you know, I don't know what it was, and I don't know.
Don't be savage with me. Don't fuck my bitch and then get mad when I'm not fucking with you no more. You could be savage. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Right.
But we fam. We supposed to be cool.
Right.
Like if you try to be savage with that dude over there, not with me. Because
right. Listen, I agree with you. Brother. And you said a lot of shit that makes sense. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna get back at you, Kenyon. You made a good point. The point is, and I understand what he's saying is that everybody signs up for this. So if you do some savage ass shit to me, then why should I ride out for you? I understand that. I do understand that. And I understand that's even down to Sammy the Bull Bravano and Gotti. I mean, you know, Gotti was talking shit or whatever, and, you know, it got back to Sammy the Bull Bravano, and he didn't look out for him. He kind of shitted on him. So I understand a lot of that. It makes sense to me. But I just, you know, what I would like to see from Tekashi is this. Number one, I don't want to hear you making no tough-ass music. If you make music about shaking titties and the song that he made, y'all big mad, y'all mad, I take that all day. Fuck it, I'll play the song. But I don't want to hear nothing about no gun. I don't want to hear nothing about no knife shit. I don't want to hear nothing about a fucking screwdriver, okay? I didn't want to hear nothing. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about this shit. This is a fucking DeWalt razor. I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. I don't want to hear that you fucking taking this DeWalt razor and you gonna cut this wallpaper off. I don't want to hear shit. Nothing. And then I want you to say, look, I fucked up. I legitimately fucked up. I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. And kids, that's not cool because guess what? I got lucky. And I happen to be Tekashi 6ix9ine. If you do this shit, you're going to get football numbers. You're going to get area codes 212, 610, fucking 447, 443, 917, fucking 718. Okay? You will get numbers. You're going to get numbers that's going to make you say, I can't even do that shit. Because let me explain something to you. When I was growing up, what the feds would do is they would give nothing that has sharp edges. Exactly. The feds would they would hang you 10 years, okay? Now, I come from Harlem, New York, okay? And in Harlem, you know, it was the crack era, everything. Some of my people got caught up, swept up with the feds, and they gave them 10 years, okay? So 10 years, I'm gonna get to everybody else in the live in a minute, just give me a minute. They gave you 10 years. Now, 10 years, if you say, listen, 10 years of your life and you're 19, that means you're 29 when you get out. If you're 29, that means you're 40 when you get out, okay? So everybody was saying, listen, let me take this 10 years, go on in here in my cell in this for this 10 years, and let me eat my ramen soup and fucking watch my Maury show and go on about my business, and I'll be out of here, okay? When the Fed started giving motherfuckers numbers like 300, 500 months, 700 months, just shit that you know they can't do, the Feds got smart. They said, let's give them so much time that they know they can't do that time. You can do 10 years if you have to. You can't do 58 years because at 16 years old, 58 plus 16 or whatever the fuck it is, I don't even want to add that up. You're probably going to be dead. That's it. Exactly. I don't want to see Tekashi 6ix9ine with a plastic fork. Once we get, I'll accept him with a plastic fork now, but once we get out of coronavirus, I don't want to see the man with a fucking plastic fork at all. People, I know a lot of you guys are in here from Gary Vaynerchuk. I thank you. I'm running out of time now. Tomorrow, I want you guys to come back. Amber Rose will be here with us tomorrow night. God willing, I'm working on DMX on Sunday. I think it's going to probably happen. And Monday, we have a star-studded week. We have a lot of people coming on. I think you're going to want to be a part of it. Not only do I do celebrity interviews, but I also go into ghetto foolishness, nonsense, and shit like this. Thank you very much. I will talk to you guys later in Jesus' name or in El Nombre de Jesucristo. If you guys speak Spanish, be safe. See y'all later. Goodbye.